MC Talks, yo. MC Talks, MC Talks, MC Talks.
Y'all wanna be entertained, then join the show. It's the MC Talks live show. Now you know, real smooth vibes with a steady flow. MC Talks live, welcome to the show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live. I decided to go live tonight. It's been a lot going on in the entertainment world. I took a couple days off. To be quite frank with y'all, frankly, and tell y'all the truth, it was dry out here in these streets. It was nothing trending. It was nothing to talk about. I was looking. I was saving some things. And I was like, dang, it's really dry out here. And then the topics that I wanted to talk about, I was like, they not juicy enough for me. So if I'm not feeling it, I don't want to, discuss it because I don't want to bore y'all or, what I'm saying, or I want y'all to feel it basically when I cover, certain topics and stuff like that. I want y'all to feel it, be entertained by it, okay? So it's been a lot going on. We have a lot going on. We talking about Drake, NLE, and his baby mama drama. I don't know if I'm gonna do a continuance with that. There's a lot going on. That baby mama of his, she's really putting him on blast. He started it. So I don't know if I'm gonna make a video about it and just like do a full breakdown. I'm gonna just skim through it, cover it though, and go where it started from and then to where it's ending. I'm not going to read all of her text messages and stuff like that. It's very long, but I'm going to sum up everything. Also, we got that. We also talking about Diamond the Body going off on finesse 2 times. We're going to talk about the judge denies approval of, the prosecutors of pressing charges on Don Lemon. The judge denied it, didn't approve it. So Don Lemon is in the clear for now. So we're going to talk about that. And we're going to also talk about the 2 women who's been charged with inciting the protest at that church that went viral with Don Lemon. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to stream tonight. I didn't screen record or screenshot anything. I'm just going to stream live from my Instagram account. I saved a lot of stuff, so I'm going to be in my saved, and we just going to talk about it. So that's what we're going to do. I know it's been a minute since I even uploaded anything or made a video. It's simply because, like I said, it was dry out here in these streets. I got my little notes to the side so I can keep everything cordial and coordinated. So I'm back. And sometimes you really just need to take a break from the internet. And that's what I did. I took a little break. Okay. Now I'm back, ready to give y'all content. So what's been really going on my end is also I've been preparing for this big snowstorm that's on its way for the weekend. Been preparing, been getting stuff just in case the power go out. People, all the locals in my area are already basically, buying up everything in the grocery store. So by the time I get there tomorrow, it's probably going to be nothing on the shelves. People just panicking and just overreacting. Of course, the news, they're going to keep reporting on it, and then the panic going to keep going up, and then everybody going to keep going to the stores, getting all the toilet paper, all the eggs, all the food. So by the time people like me who work and able to get time to go get some things, it should be gone because they don't panic and everything and got everything off the shelves. I'm dealing with that. So I'm also worried about the storm too because I really don't want to lose power. Most of the part of the storm that's coming our way look like we're gonna get some snow, but we're going to get a lot of freezing rain in the central Virginia where I'm at. A lot of freezing rain and ice, and you know what comes with that. down power limbs, power outages, power lines, all that stuff like that. Whole mess. And hopefully, I hope the storm hurry up and come and go. Okay. The older you get, you can't afford to really be stuck up in, you can't really afford to have snow days. All right. So hopefully it goes. But my time being at home, I'm gonna try to get some content prepared and basically, I'm saying upload, since I'm gonna have free time this weekend. We'll see how things work out, how everything play out on that note as well. So let's go ahead and get into the things, man. It's been a lot going on. Let's start with Drake. Let's go ahead and start with the Drake thingy thing. So Drake is taking another L. All right. So according to the Shade Room, last October, a judge dismissed the defamation lawsuit. Drake had filed against Universal Music Group, UMG, over Kendrick Lamar hit song Not Like Us. Now Drizzy has filed an appeal following the dismissal. According to the documents obtained by Rolling Stone, on Wednesday, Drake and his legal team filed an opening appellate brief to overturn the ruling. In the brief, Drake argued that the song declared an unambiguous matter of fact that he is a certified pedophile. He went on to state that UMG marketed the song to consumers and later caused him harm. So the brief also claimed that the court effectively created an unprecedented and overboard categorical rule that statements in rap diss tracks can never constitute statements of fact. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give my opinion on this matter. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all right here and there that Drake needs to let it go. You didn't see Tupac, Biggie suing Tupac, Nas suing Jay-Z. You ain't had none of that. He's the first rapper to sue another rapper over a rap beef. I think Drake should let it go. He already took an L with that. Now he's really taking an L with this lawsuit thing. Now he's trying to appeal the judge's decision to dismiss this whole thing. So that obviously the judge find this ridiculous and stupid. I really think Drake should let it go. Focus more on getting himself back on track with music. Lately, since all this done went down between him and Kendrick Lamar, his music hasn't been the same. I don't think he's really putting in a lot of effort like he used to. That's my opinion on it. Also, Drake, like I said, I like Drake. Drake is a good rapper. He make, good music, decent music or whatever. But he just need to take this L right now. According to me, in my opinion, I think he held up during that rap battle. You know what I'm saying? I think he held up with it. None of his songs was lame or, corny or whatever. He was up there with Kendrick Lamar, in my opinion, but I just think that he needs to let it go because according to the public opinion, he lost. All right. I think that he needs to let this go. This is really making him look corny. Corny or whatever, and it's just not a good look. If you're in a rap battle, you ain't supposed to sue because you lost the rap battle, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to sue. I mean, how does it sound? I mean, it sounds ridiculous, right? So I think the judge just think that this is ridiculous, or whatever, and the stuff that he's asking for is probably ridiculous to the judge and it's ridiculous to us who's looking at this. I think that he really needs to let it go. Not Like Us, it's been out, already done. Nobody even thinking about this. And the fact that he keeps, diving into this and trying to appeal and it's making headlines, it's making people not forget. So I really think he needs to just let it go. Let it go, Drake. Let it go. Put some music out or do something or go back to acting or something. I don't know. But that's my opinion on the matter. I just really feel like he needs to let it go. He's not, you know what I'm saying? What he's doing is basically he's letting the public remember him getting toasted on that song. So just let it go. It's a wrap. It's over with. It's done with. The battle is over. So I feel like he should just let it go. Just take that L. And make more music or do something. Come with another game plan. But anyway, let's continue to move on. So we're gonna go out of this. We're gonna stream. Y'all stream with me now because we got some things we got to talk about. So let's go and jump into the NLE drama. I want to jump into the NLE. Where did it start? There we go. It started right here. All right. We're gonna jump into this. This is the team room. Let's see. I think it's over here. We're gonna okay. So I basically saved a lot of stuff dealing with this. So I'm trying to find it. So here we go. I think this is it. There we go. All right. So the neighborhood talk reported that NLE he taunts his baby mama after being cleared of any wrongdoing by CPS over his 5-year-old vagina bleeding. It was caused by splits. Now y'all know I don't like to talk about things like this. I really don't because it's dealing with a child or whatever. So he goes on and he taunts his baby mama and he gets her started. Now I might do another video. I might do a video of this and just do a full breakdown because it is a lot. It's a lot dealing with this because the baby mama going ham and she's just posting after he came out with this. And NLE's mama been popping her gums online too. So we're gonna since I'm streaming everything, it's kind of a little hard for me to see the words, but he actually taunts her and say these things. Let me get my phone so I can read some of this stuff to y'all. And I'm gonna read some of the things that he basically has said. It's kind of hard seeing everything from my computer screen, so hold that thought, y'all. Hold on. All right. So okay. So he basically says this in this post. Hey, man, say man, it's a damn shame that this is my first time seeing this girl since September 9th because of a bitter mother that went against court orders to interfere with custody, waited patiently for the motions of contempt to happen, which was today, and the judge got on that ass. Now I got my daughter back in my possession, rightfully so, and them 4 months would be made up because I'm a great dad, and if I wasn't, I would have lost custody of this beautiful girl. God don't like ugly. He don't play about them kids. I'm finna set the record straight. All chastising lies and finna be put to rest. If I was starving my babies, don't you think I would be in jail or even lost custody? Let's be for real. Oh, another thing, it's very normal for a little girl to not feel comfortable to discuss things regarding her vagina area to her dad. Bleeding and small drops of blood isn't the same for one. And secondly, it was caused by Clover, which is the name of their little girl they got together, doing splits as being a girl doing what girls do. Last but not least, this was a weak ass made up reason of why my child was kidnapped, but in reality, shit boiled down to some money. And then he also says this. Let me swing over. He also says this. Had the mother effing nerve to call CPS on me for a simple mishap. The CPS lady literally was laughing on the phone at how ridiculous the report it sounded. CPS went to visit Clover, literally saw nothing wrong with her or our relationship, and they ain't called the miserable MF since regarding her BS claim. Even the judge said if it was something really wrong with my parenting, CPS would have for sure stepped in and drastically make me pay. But did they do? But did they do so? No, because the real MF who lost their damn mind ain't motherfucking me pussy. Whatever he said. All right, so he said all of that. Um, there's a whole lot of going back and forth. She got text messages and everything. She got a lot of stuff going on. I'm not going to read all that. I'm going to read her recent response. I think I'm going to make a video, do a full breakdown, and then, or whatever. I just want to skim through it and just give my opinion on the matter. So let's hear what she had to say on the incident or whatever. And then I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about the whole thing. Let's see. I think she's right here. All right. So she had posted this. She actually went in on him, and they actually going. Well, he done simmer down, but she's still going. Let's see. Let's see. Hold that thought, y'all. Let me pull up something else real quick. Let me pull up something else. Let's see. We'll pull up this. Because I think she's going more ham with this. All right. So it says Mariah doubles down on deadbeat dad claims against NLE, denies being a bitter mother, and shares alleged messages between them. Now I can tell y'all these messages is basically of him promising to get his child, and he then comes up with excuses not to get her, and basically she's complaining that she's young too and she should be able to, you know, live her life. They made the child together, and you know, she deserves some free time just as well as he does. She was basically saying, you know what I'm saying, they both young, basically saying that they both need to take turns on, you know, getting the child. And she's basically saying that NLE is not taking his joint custody serious, and she always has the baby girl. So that's the majority of what the text message is saying. I'm just running it down to y'all real quick of what they saying. He also said this. I ain't gonna read the text, but I'm gonna read what she's saying on the side. She said, had her missing school because you had her in the studio with you all night because you missed her, and you have been getting her regularly and not when you felt like it. Wouldn't be missing her enough. You can't take her to school like I said, dad beat. Nothing I say is ever made up or a lie. It never that serious, and I always got receipts to back up anything I say. Okay, so then she go ahead and post. I'm gonna go to the next slide, and then she go ahead and says this. She said, "Bitter. I can bet that accusation any day. You can't beat being a deadbeat and a terrible parent. If I was bitter, why would I be begging you to help me with her?" And then also she says this. Let me keep going. She also says, me saying she needs her daddy is bitter. Mind you, this was 2024. Claimed you was working on that, but still a deadbeat to this day. Me telling you to take her out of town to work with you is being bitter. I think no. Bitter baby mama doing that. So yeah, and it goes on. It goes on. Like I said, I'm gonna make a video about it. I'm gonna break it down. But here's what I have to say about this whole situation. Some things need to be left unsaid, and especially when it's dealing with a child and or whatever. Some things need to just be, you know, off the internet. I think this is tasteless for NLE to even post this. Even still, because the girl gonna grow up and like, Dad, why you post me at 5 talking about my vagina? Because that's kind of giving off a little weird. Even though he was cleared of whatever they had going on. According to NLE, the little girl had broken her hymen or whatever from doing splits and kids being kids or whatever. And the little girl was bleeding and stuff, and it's just weird to talk about. I feel weird discussing this, but this is how the drama had started from that. I think that that was just weird. I don't think he should have posted that. Of anything, he should have left that part out and said he won in court. The judge was on his side. He got his kid back, and then that would have been that. But and then I see a lot of people in the comments. A lot of people is a little confused on why and how that this little girl, little stuff was bleeding, and it happened because the hymen was teared from intense stretching, which he said she was doing splits and caused bleeding. And I've seen a lot of people confused on that. A lot of people said they did gymnastics. A lot of people said that they did these type of things, and as a kid and never experienced that. So I seen a lot of people in the comments I'm saying, like, kind of going back and forth about that. It looked like all of this was going on. While all this was going on, I looked it up because I was confused. I ain't never heard of it myself, but it's true. So that's true. So he's not lying about that. So the little girl probably broke her hymen doing splits and just playing around, being a kid. And also, I just think that the baby mama and NLE, they should have never put this online. This is just weird to even talk about. But the drama continues. She writes more. She drags him to talking about that he ain't a good rapper. He needs to let it go. He's not about that life. She goes deep into it. So I'm gonna make a separate video. We're gonna get more deep into what she had to say. She had more to say than he did. Or whatever. So yeah, like I said before, I just thought that all of this stuff needed to be offline. It's just weird. And then the kid, his little girl, gonna grow up and she gonna see this, and it's kind of embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I didn't know if I wanted to talk about this or not because it was dealing with a child. You know what I'm saying? But it's just they put it on the internet. I ain't put it on there. They did. So and then the drama started from that. The mama been going off. NLE's mama been going off on the baby mamas too. She been popping her gums online. Normally she's quiet, but she's been popping her gums lately regarding NLE. But like I said, they still young and they laid up and had these kids. And I feel like you really have to watch who you procreate with. You just can't lay up with anybody doing soul ties and all these things, because at the end, who suffers is always the kid. And in this case, I think the little girl, when she get older, she gonna see this online, and it's gonna be embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of embarrassing the child. That's what I think. I think this should have been kept offline. But moving on. Let's go ahead and jump into Diamond the Body. She was really going off on finance 2 times. Bruh. I'm gonna tell y'all. Let's see what's going on here. So Diamond the Body went off on finance 2 times. Diamond the Body goes off on finance 2 times for saying she gave him money that she got from boss man D-Lo. You tried to get me to move in your poly relationship with Suge. That's what Diamond the Body has said. I never paid you. So I guess he's saying that she paid him or whatever. So let's hear what hold up, wait a minute, y'all. I don't skip. Let's go back. Let's hear what he's had to say about her first.
I bought man D-Lo. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all need to get back together. Cause when y'all was together, when you was sending her them bankrolls, she was forwarding them motherfuckers straight to me. Y'all need to get back together. Whatever y'all broke up for, y'all need to motherfucking me make amends. Huh? I need that. And don't motherfucking me 901-375-0762 call my bluff. Don't call my bluff.
For that's 2 times. I would never, ever stop fucking playing with me. One thing about it, too. For sure, niggas give me money, bitch. I don't give no nigga money. I ain't never paid you $1, a penny, a nickel, a cent. Okay? So I don't know why you coming on the internet trying to act like I paid you or I was giving you some money, but that never fucking happened. What happened was you tried to get me in your poly relationship with Suge, and you was trying to spit some, oh yeah, I know this and I know the game and I can help you with this and that and bitch, I wasn't going. That's what really happened. And mind you, that happened like 8 months ago. So I don't even know why you bringing that up right now. That had nothing to do with Boss Man D-Lo. It had nothing to do with nothing that's going on right now. Like, you just woke up out of nowhere and just decided to put me in your motherfucking roster of bullshit. Don't do that. Okay? I never paid you. You tried to get me to poly with you and Suge. And, bitch, you tried to get me to, like, never. No, not happening. Let it go. But that's 2 times. I would never.
Okay, so y'all heard what Dominant Body had to say. Something about she paying finance 2 times, and something about her joining Suge and him in a relationship, poly relationship or whatever. I would say this. Y'all know it be those certain people who get online and they just irritate your soul and they get on your nerves and the blogs always posting them and they not doing the things that what made them famous. They more online before they even do the things that they was made famous to do. I feel like he's online popping his gums more than making music. And mind you, I actually checked him out on YouTube. And I actually checked out his music. He can rap. He sound good. He gives off Gucci Man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He sound more like when he rap, he sound like Gucci Man to me. All right. The old Gucci Man, back in the day Gucci Man. I will say this. He do get on my nerves. Neighborhood Talk post him, Shade Room post him, and he always talking about somebody else, or he's getting into it with somebody online, and it's just he just be popping his gums. So that's the only thing that irritates me about him. I didn't even know who he was until the blogs kept posting. He going live and just coming for different people. But yeah, I knew Diamond the Body was coming. I mean, he nitpicks at a lot of people. Some people respond, some people don't say much, but I knew Diamond the Body was coming. He does too much for me. He runs his mouth a lot. Stick to rapping. A lot of these people get on here and they just go popping their gums, running their mouths, all right? Just stick to rapping. It seems like that's where he good at. I'm not knocking him for his talent. He, like I said, he gives me like older Gucci Man and stuff like that. When he rap and stuff. Some of his songs not bad. It's just that he just be online popping his gums a lot. He does too much for me. I just think he needs to sit down and stick this one out. And apparently the girl that he's with, Suge, I think she's locked up. She's in jail. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's just sitting around bored or whatever. I don't know what he got going on. But he needs to stay offline and start running that mouth because he be doing too much for me. But his music is like, really good. I actually going to give him props on that. I thought his music was going to be trash, to be honest with you. But it's good. Like I said, he gives me older Gucci Man. Let's go ahead and get into this thing with Don Lemon. Don Lemon and these 2 women who basically got arrested this week for basically protesting at a church. Apparently it is against the law to do so. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that at all. Let me pull this up real quick. So I'm gonna get to that in a second. Let's go ahead and get to what's went down. So basically, Nicki Minaj had caught wind. She came out of her hiatus and she caught wind of Don Lemon at this church with protesters. And apparently the preacher there, the pastor or somebody there was it's like he works for ICE or somebody, or like the big man for ICE. So the people called him out basically, and so to speak. And we're gonna take a look at what Nicki Minaj basically called him. After she seen this, she called him a sea sucker. Okay, I can't say the word online right now, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So check this out. It said the Neighborhood Talk had posted this days ago and said this escalated quickly. Don Lemon took to TMZ to get a few things off his chest after Nicki Minaj had some choice words for him on X in the interview. Don questioned why members of the LGBTQ community continues to support Nicki Minaj, claiming her comments towards him were homophobic. Also, let's go back. Let's go and see what led up to all of this. So let's see. Of course, the Neighborhood Talk, they post a lot. So this was the protest right here. I'm gonna go ahead and play that for y'all.
More of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere that is a key location. They don't expect us to come there, and then we disrupt business as usual. So that's what we're about to go do right now. Demanding justice for Renee Good and letting them know that this will not stand. They cannot pretend to be a house of God while harboring someone who is directing ICE agents to wreak havoc upon our community and who killed Renee Good, who almost killed a 6-month-old baby. Enough is enough. I am a reverend on top of being a lawyer and an activist. So I come here in the power of the Almighty God.
Why are you doing this?
This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine.
I mean, this is unacceptable. It's shameful. It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians.
All right, so Nicki Minaj, she basically called him this. I'm gonna read this to y'all, or whatever what Nicki Minaj had to say. She basically called him Don C. Sucking Lemon is disgusting. How dare you? I want that thug in jail. He would never do that to any other religion. Lock him up. So she has said that. He also responds to Nicki Minaj and he says this. Hold on. Let's see what he says. He says some things to Nicki. So we're going to see what Don Lemon's response was regarding Nicki. Let's see. If I can pull it up, y'all. Lord. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let me see if I can find what he said about his response to her.
Nicki Minaj and her response to all of this and the language that she used. I think it's interesting just because Nicki has been, over the last couple of months, made it clear that she is now publicly supporting, and I think maybe she has all along, but now publicly making known her support for the Trump administration and even the MAGA movement. The choice of words that she used to go after you, I'm not surprised she went after you.
Homophobic. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think you have to black it out. You should show it to people. She called me Don, sea sucker lemon is disgusting. Look, this is what I'll say to Nicki Minaj. I normally don't respond to things like this, but, F it. I'm going to do it this time. I think Nicki Minaj has made it very clear how she feels about African Americans in this country. For I don't think she's one of them, obviously. And she should, under Trump's rules, she should be deported because I don't think, reportedly, that she is a legal citizen here. She is undocumented. And so she has shown her disdain for African Americans.
Nicki Minaj and her response to all of this.
Why are you supporting her? Why are you buying her records? She's also supporting, I have lots of gay friends who love Nicki Minaj. Why are you supporting this homophobic, bigoted, ignorant woman? You should not be supporting her. Nicki Minaj, this is clearly out of her depth. She doesn't understand politics. She doesn't understand journalism. And I'm not surprised that she is weighing in on something that is beyond her capacity. What I will say to her is, because she put a doll, I think she put the Chucky doll in there. A better symbol that should have been represented in that picture is a pick-me doll, because Nicki Minaj is a pick-me. She will do anything that is expedient for her politically. And again, she's ignorant. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's always weighing in on things that she doesn't know about. Nicki Minaj should just sit the fuck down. And by the way, isn't she married to an alleged pedophile? And she has the nerve to say something disparaging about and something homophobic. Why are you supporting her? Why are you? Maybe that's part of the reason that she is cozying up to the Trump administration for some sort of leniency for her family members, and it's just very transparent. So Nicki Minaj, F off, stop being a homophobic bigot, and get a life and some brains.
Okay, so y'all heard with Don Lemon his clap back to Nicki Minaj. So that was trending, like I guess earlier throughout the week or whatever, a few days ago, that was trending. And so now Don Lemon has basically been cleared of charges. Federal judge declines to approve charges against Don Lemon after Minnesota church protests. He's not being charged, but the two women that was at the protest and I guess started the protest or whatever, they've been charged. It comes out today. Two anti-ICE protesters who led the storming of Minnesota church are arrested by feds. So according to the Neighborhood Talk, I'm gonna read a couple of this. 123, release them. Neighbors, according to the Daily Mail, two women connected to anti-ICE protests at a church in St. Paul, Minnesota, were taken into custody this week. Authorities said Nikema Levy Armstrong and Chantel Louisa Allen were among a group that demonstrated at cities' churches earlier this week. The protest was centered around claims that a pastor at the church also worked with ICE, which organizers say raised concerns about immigration enforcement happening around in the community. Armstrong is a well-known local activist and leads the Racial Justice Network, a grassroots civil rights organization. She has previously spoken out against ICE tactics and recently criticized the agency following the killing of Renee Nicole Good in Minneapolis. So yeah. My thing on this is that I wish Nikki wouldn't get involved with with politics, because I really think it's overshadowing her now. I was watching the Joy Reid show. I watch her. I watch Joy Reid, and they were really gonna drag her, but Joy Reid didn't drag her, but Don Lemon dragged her in one of his speeches, his response. I believe it wasn't a TMZ response. It was a response he had uploaded on his own. I couldn't find it. I didn't have time to upload it, but he was like, clock that T. And you know what I'm saying? So, Don, he ain't really behind no big network now. So he can basically say what he want to say. I really think that Nikki should just stay out of this politics thing. It's just not it. She's not it for her. This is not her lane. I really think she should stick with her lane. And then for her to use C-sucker, calling Don Lemon that, majority of her fan base, they are gay men. You know, and I'm surprised, but some of these people are still supporting her, but then others are like really not messing with her no more. Like a lot of her fans are just, a lot of people are unfollowing her, which is why she had to deactivate her Instagram because she had lost a shitload of followers on Instagram. I really think politics will ruin an artist or we say celebrity career. It can ruin a celebrity career. They can get canceled. I just think politics needs to stay. They need to stay out of the politics lane. Um, it's just. I don't even talk about politics no more. I might dibble and dive in it. It's not something that I really want to, go deep into. A lot of people take that personally. I feel that Nikki is messing up her career, speaking out. I honestly think she's going through something. I never seen her like actually be online and doing all this. I mean, it was one thing her going against these WAP girls and arguing with them on Twitter and stuff, but it's another thing when you jump into this political space. You get what I'm saying? Then you get a lot of people who also do commentary, podcaster, news people, right wing, left wing. You get into all these things, and these people, can tarnish your, career and make you look a certain way. I think politics is should be strictly for people who know what they're talking about, who study this and who's in it and who knows it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not here to say I know a lot about politics. I do follow what's going on, but I don't try to, report on it or whatever unless I really have to or I feel deeply concerned about something, which not to say that what's going on in Minnesota and stuff like that is not concerning. It's just that it carries a lot of weight and it carries a lot of people and a lot of emotions. The country is in turmoil right now. It's a lot of things going on. Families is being split up. American citizens are also getting arrested. People are protesting. People are getting hurt. People are getting gassed. I see a lot of things online and it's just crazy. It's crazy. And then the killing of Renee, that right there was just over the top for me. It's stressful. So when I see these things, sometimes I have to detox myself from the news because it'd be a lot going on. It'd be a lot going on. And I don't mind reporting on certain stuff, like talking about politics, but I'm not going to get too much into it. But I like to know what's going on and be aware of what's going on simply because it's affecting everybody's livelihood at this point. The wrong decisions going on in DC right now, choices of decisions and the things that's just being done. It's just weird. But like I said, the whole thing with Don Lemon, I don't think Don Lemon did anything wrong. He was simply reporting. He had no idea what these ladies had, was going to do. From what I seen, I did see Don Lemon covering this, and for what I seen, he didn't know what was going on. I guess he was just following the protesters to the church. He was just following them, and then they ended up being there. I didn't even know that is against the law. I didn't know that you couldn't go inside. I learned something new. I didn't know you can go inside a church, and if you protest or disrupt that, you can go to jail, be charged with that. So that's new to me. But yeah, it's a lot going on in Minnesota. The Trump administration, they are targeting that state simply because of the fraud that went on up there with the Somalians and stuff, and it goes deep. So yeah, it's a lot going on up there in Minnesota. Also, I watch and keep up with these things. I also see other YouTubers who, live up there. I watch them talk about it and what they seeing, and it's a lot going on. But yeah, it's a hard pill to swallow what's going on in the country right now. And it's really sad to me. It's sad. And 2028, 2029 can't get here any faster. But that is it for my live stream. Let's see how long I've been on here. 44 minutes. I know I was all over the place. Hopefully y'all could hear everything as I was streaming. Hope that went good. Okay. All right. Yeah, so hopefully everything went good with that. I know I was all over the place or whatever, but I really wanted to come on here and just stream and go live with y'all. Um, Simply because I haven't, like I said, I haven't been, uploading anything. It's been kind of dry lately. And then also I've been going really hard, uploading videos, going live. And you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, I need to take a little break and then come back. So now I'm back. But yeah, I'm gonna do a video, a full breakdown of what's going on with NLE and his baby mama drama. I know I was all over the place. I'm gonna break that down for y'all and put that together for y'all. I'm gonna start on that video tomorrow night, and I'm gonna do my editing. I should have it uploaded Saturday for y'all, and I start from the beginning to the end and everything in between. Also, we all about to get this terrible snowstorm on the East Coast, and from Texas all the way up to Maine. We getting ready to get the storm. I hope everybody is preparing and taking this really seriously. It's from what I'm seeing, from the meteorologists and the reports, that this storm is really about to be a big one. I think they even gave the storm a name, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully everybody take precaution, get what they need. I'm gonna try to get out there tomorrow and get what I need. Like I said, to get on the stream, people that work 9 to 5s and then get off and try to stock up on stuff when stuff like this go on, the shelves be gone. I mean, the food and stuff off the shelves be gone because, people rushing, people panicking, simply because, what they see on the news or whatever. So hopefully everybody is, getting prepared for this, and, have backup, have a plan in case they lose power or anything like that. So I'm praying for y'all. Hopefully y'all praying for me. I'm terrified because I don't really want to lose power or nothing like that, but I do have everything prepared just in case. So y'all stay safe out there. I will have some content ready for y'all this weekend if I don't lose no power. So I catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe, and I'm out of here.